Hi guys, welcome to another update from MC5. This is Radu. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Please let me know in chat if you can. Just okay, great. So it's good. So today we'll be speaking a bit about what's new in this update, since we're already with the Windows update live as well. So now everybody, including Steam, is on update 27. So that also, since as usual it's a very interesting subject, or that we're always curious about, it's the cheaters. So as you might have noticed on Facebook, the latest announcement, we have deployed some really strong anti-hacking measures specifically for the most common things that's usually shown in most videos, which is people going in certain nooks and crannies and on top of buildings and inside of boxes or things like that. So basically we are still, so let's say the anti-hacking measure is in testing, in sense that we are tracking these people, and probably starting next week or so we'll be starting to kick them from the game and so on. So I think this is a pretty big step. This update is pretty cool. Personally, as your community manager, I am most excited actually about these anti-hacking measures, because I know you've been struggling with them for quite a while, and that also means that starting with the next stream, we'll be playing on all platforms here on stream, so they won't have issues with playing with Android players and Windows players and so on. So aside from that, as you can see, I've been trying the Firecracker out with the new changes, and to be honest, I really enjoy it. It's hard to say if it's stronger than the Marauder, but I definitely think that we are closer to what we would like. So please let us know as well if you have any experience with the Recon class before update, and how it's paired against Marauders and other things. And if you've tried it this update, don't hesitate to let us know what you think. We are aware of you finding the Marauder class pretty strong to the point of OP, specifically those two weapons, Rock and Hans and Gret, I think. Those will also be looked into. As I've also announced in a previous stream, by the way, guys, there are usually pretty important questions posed by the community that you guys have interest in. So make sure that you do check out these live streams. We try to cover exactly these questions, these harder questions. So make sure you watch the previous episodes as well. See, a lot of you guys are showing anger. What's the anger about? And don't hesitate to let me know in the chat. So just a second to be sure that I can also see everybody else. So, because now I'm seeing Facebook. So hi, Van der Barras. It's nice to see you here. Just give me 1 second, guys. So you're not left out. So yeah, the title for Facebook is definitely not the right one, but don't let that fool you. Okay, sorry guys for the silence. Just needed to fix this and to be able to see you in YouTube and such. Yes, I know some people are also claiming that these are the best weapons against cheaters. So I think it's ideally we want to. I mean, I really expect some good things from next week. So there should be less cheaters, so less reason to need something or want something against cheaters in itself. Aside from that, I want to let you know that, you know, we've been talking about certain server upgrades and things like that. These are much closer than you can expect now. I can't give you an actual date, but it's around, I don't know, it's probably, okay, so again, since I don't have a date, I can't give you a date, but it's probably around the arrival of a certain rabbit, as some like to celebrate it. So aside from that, so basically cheaters, better connection, stuff like that, everything is being prepared. We're also looking to add some more content in the very near future, and we'll also like to ask you in what you're interested in. We noticed quite a lot of you mentioning maps. I think we'd also like to know, aside from the environment, maybe what kind of maps you would like. So basically we'll ask you for the theme, and maybe also let us know things like let's say better suited for certain classes or certain playstyles that you think that are missing from the current roster of maps. So again, your feedback is very important, as long as you give it to us in details. So aside from that, quite a lot of this update, as I told you, like the devs were working really hard on the anti-cheating system, but that didn't mean that the update, that's the only thing that the update brought. There's a pretty cool armor that you might have seen some videos of it. It's actually tied in the story with Sapper Origin, if you guys are into that, so maybe check it out. I'm talking about this one, the Supermarine armor. As you can see, it's also a tier 5, so it's definitely very strong. I mean, outside of ESL matches, it's definitely something that's gonna be good to bring along if you are not already at that tier. Aside from this, one thing to mention is we're also aware of some of the issues that you've been encountering with the update, mainly disconnects and as well as a few crashes. We've been working on those already yesterday and today, and we really need again your feedback to know if these are still happening with you. So that's also that. And for today, I was thinking of giving you guys the opportunity to get some of the new camos. So I was thinking, if someone's interested, you can. We're gonna have some matches. We're gonna have some matches on iOS today, as mentioned. From next week, we're going to go again on all platforms. So you got my word on that. So. The Eternal Chains, I actually like this more on a weapon, so just to give you a... actually, no, not on the Firecracker, maybe show it, maybe even on the Bosk, I guess. Or... So, as I was saying, guys, let's do a lobby, let's play... let's have some fun, and let's make it like this. For the viewers, oh man, Radu, crash destroyed my battles. Yeah, I'm sorry. By the way, guys, if you also experience, I mean, I noticed a few also mentioning some progress resets, but nothing that's widespread. For cases like this, like one or two, like it's you and maybe just one more person or so, it's best to contact the customer care, because otherwise, if you're telling us, we're going to investigate it in general and try to find let's say, a game-wide solution, and that's gonna take a while. Yes, the quick garage, definitely. That's why I'm reading the comments, so you know that it's live, as well as that I'm taking questions. Of course, it's a bit tricky to do so while we're going to be during the match, but while we prepare it, definitely, and during the breaks. So, let's see, first match. Actually, since it's this turn, I think I'm going to go with conversion. I think I'm going to go with free-for-all. And actually, I think I'm going to watch you guys and see how well you do, and maybe join your second one. So guys, anybody on iOS who wants to join, the password is com1, and you can come in with anything, and it's gonna be like this. It's a free-for-all, so the top 2 spots we'll get one of the new camos for weapons, and the viewers who can anticipate before the game starts who is going to be on these 2 places is also going to be is also going to win. So if you're fast enough, you could write your own name and hashtag quit. Well, I hope that means that hackers should quit, or that we're out of hackers. So I also noticed a few questions regarding ads are not coming. Please answer it. Yeah, sure. Okay, so regarding ads, again, just like with the other issues, you should contact customer care. Just to give you a quick solution, since I've read your comment, we have to look into what country you're from and what kind of ads you're supposed to receive there. You need to know your platform, your dog tag, and all that stuff. So definitely can't do this on stream. So again, guys, for these kind of things, please contact customer care. And as I said, we are aware of certain cases, but it's definitely not something we can fix worldwide. I'm talking about the ads problem. So some people not seeing ads, so they can't get the free credits. Unfortunately, guys, try to go for English, because it's gonna take me a while, or it might not. I might not understand if you are speaking in Spanish and such. So we already have some 4 people, guys. Okay, we're gonna wait for like 2 more, if to have at least let's say 5 or 6. If no one's joining, I think. Oh yeah, look, someone's also sharing it. Thanks a lot, SM. Yeah. Just a second to check what YouTube is saying. Okay, I've had my weapon kills reset 6 times. What makes them get reset? Probably some conflict with your profile. So as a general rule of thumb, if you want to experience the least amount of issues, you should follow the terms and conditions, or whatever, terms of service, I think it's called, yeah, the TOS, that says that you shouldn't be having more accounts, as this is actually sometimes affecting us as well, or let's say our servers, or how your profile is saved there. So that's one reason as well not to do it. So okay, Michael, on YouTube, thanks a lot. That's a pretty extensive list. So you're saying that these, well, it's very good that you presented them as a list and such. The only thing is that I would like to know is what are you comparing them to? So you're saying the PRV, RAC, PROC, TON, ZEC, and so on. So these are basically the first years. These are usually quite, I don't know, they're not necessarily strong. but they are good enough against items or weapons that are relatively at the same tier. So I hope in this update you can get more credits in online matches. I think there are more opportunities actually, but not necessarily in terms of end of game rewards, but more like activities and such. And okay, Hunter, I think I have actually covered this topic as well. There's also a post, guys, if you haven't noticed it, on Facebook. Basically, when we, on the second update of Battle Royale, we had to remove the lower end of oh, by the way, we have almost 6 players, guys, so we're getting ready for the game. Gonna read like 2 more questions and answer them, and then you guys have time to vote for who you think will get the top two places here. And you can win one of the brand new camos, so chains or double dragons. So aside from that, where was I? Oh yes, regarding Battle Royale not being available. So as I said, we've also announced this after the previous update, so update 26, we realized that once we started polishing the map and objects and so on, lower devices simply don't have the physical capacity to provide you even with a decent experience on that scale. So it was basically a choice between leaving it as such or keeping our word and improving it and developing it, and unfortunately having to leave some devices behind just for this specific mode. So now we have 6 players. So we can start, guys. You have let's say 2 more minutes or until my last question. You can see the list on your screen, so you have to choose between Hackquit, Dalzy, Exia, Deathstep, Renzo, and Dom. You have to pick one of the players that you think will be in the top 2 of this match, and you can win that. You can win one of the camos. Dulzy, my mod is Dom. Okay, but Dulzy, I don't know. I'll think if I see some exploits, I'll have to change. Okay. So yeah, as I said, I mean, don't go feeding Dom. I think that that will disqualify you. It's not. I guess Renzo might come on top. By the way, guys, if there are more players or more of you that are voting for the same people, we're just gonna do a raffle. So no worries. There will be like 2 on each. I will do 2 on each platform, or actually no, I will do 2 on Facebook and 2 on YouTube, because sorry guys, or actually I can try to go for Mob Crash as well. So 2 on Facebook, 2 on YouTube, guys. Doesn't matter if you answer the same thing or if you're the first one or the 5th one. It's going to be a raffle. So without further ado, you have until 25, so 2 more minutes to vote. We have more people joining, so who knows? Well, Dulzy, why not vote for yourself? Well, then you could win both the weapon and the body armor camo. So okay. So let's do this. Almost pressed on the screen. Gabriel, thank you for the kind words about the game. Unfortunately or fortunately, I think in a sense, actually hackers are also measures of success, in the sense that people are interested enough in your game to continue to try to find loopholes and hack it. It's not necessarily the ones that we want to see, but we're taking all the steps we can to address it. So just to have a bit of a look here, we're starting with Dalzy. Oh, Mehmet already. Should we get Dalzy as well? So let's see. how Mehmet is doing. Dalzi is actually already on 2 kill. I think he might have underestimated, but Mehmet is definitely, as you can see, he has some definite signs of pro player. He's a definite ESL winner. And he's actually bringing the sort of style from the tournaments as well. You don't see many people using the ERG in lobbies or in squad battles. Wow. Okay, that was a pretty lucky spam. This I guess everybody or almost everybody does this to overlap their shoot and melee button. So yeah, Mehmet is on top, but DevStep is catching up. So let's take a bit of a look at DevStep and see how he's doing. So if we had a bounty, now we have an assault with the classic grinder. Not necessarily the best accuracy, a lot of pre-fire, but might go. No, he didn't. Or actually, yes, he did manage to get one more. But, oh wow, and Dom is, oh okay, Dom, you just have one of my favorite weapons, so let's see it in the hands of a good player. That didn't quite make it, but let's see. Huh? Ah man, yeah, this is usually it's called the caster curse or whatever, something like something in that direction. So let's see, it's 5 minutes left now, and Kinoru actually, whoa man, the top is really heavy. So Kinoru with a 10 win streak. He also has this the ERG with yeah, ESL camo and such. I'm wondering if if this is a spoil of war, so basically if he took it off Mehmet or if it's his own. No, Dom, why did you leave us? You. Oh man, now all the players that voted for Dom kind of lose their thing. It's not impossible for, I mean, since Dom, you know the password, you know you can reconnect. You will lose the kills that you already had, but it's not lost yet. It's we're just a bit over the middle. Kinoru definitely doing well with this weapon. So this is also kind of so on Android it seems someone pretty much every other map, but I missed the one hit kill event back in the day. Yeah. For those asking, so AFGs, oh no, well, I will take the comments guys after, because it's basically I'm showing you the game and I'm not. So Mehmet is back with the boss now? No, actually we have a Marauder. So let's see it guys. Out of ammo, wow. Out of ammo on Marauder. Gotta be something. But Dalzi is bringing in the big guns as well, so let's see how he does. Kinoru though is sitting, so at the moment Dalzi is gonna have to get some pretty insane streaks, but though it was, oh, Mehmet just wiping the floor, cleaning. So actually, this is one of the things, guys. So basically, I know, and this is also in ESL matches, there have been quite a few complaints, which is why we also nerfed the accuracy for the snipers, is that people were sort of shotgunning snipers, since they had a pretty good reload rate and as well as an accuracy. So I think the Marauder is pretty good against snipers, to be honest. If you manage to get close to them, you can run circles around them, and you have also snipers are basically the strongest damage per bullet, obviously. I mean, it does the most damage per bullet, so abilities that reduce damage percentage wise are pretty strong. Yeah, I can see that the Marauder is strong, but as you can see, it's not necessarily a Marauder, and we've seen these guys, I mean Kinoru and Mehmet and so on, have been running through at least 5-4 weapons, so We've seen them use firecrackers, ARGs, rocks, and so on. So, okay, congratulations, guys. So let's see. Of course, as I said, Mehmet and Kinoru. Kinoru, just to take your dog tag to be able to send you your reward. Mehmet, I don't have here your dog tag, but I know who you are, so no worries. you'll get that. So let's just give me 1 minute to choose the winner. So we had Mehmet and Kinoru. I don't think anybody mentioned Kinoru, but who knows? Let me check, because otherwise there's going to be quite a battle for Mehmet, and I think for Mehmet it was Dalzi as well. Dalzi, yes, yeah. Sorry guys. So now we're not going in another match. Reneso, okay. I can see quite a lot of people have voted for the other people. The only person I can think of mentioning, but has only mentioned it once, and it was their second vote. It was actually Dalzi saying that Mehmet will win once he saw him join, since I guess he knows him as well. But okay, so unfortunately. Oh, vote, or let's see, no, actually, I guess we'll take, so Dalzi is the sole winner of this, participated and also figured it out. Hi FBI Army Man, it's nice to see you again, nice to see everyone. I know Dalzi, but first, yeah, so you're actually the only winner, so I'll actually let you choose which one you want. So we're saying for the body camos. So, which one do you want? Do you want the double dragon one? I guess it's maybe not the best armor to choose it on. So maybe let's say a scavenger, or my personal favorite. By the way, guys, just curious, just in terms of aesthetics, which is your favorite armor? Just let me know in the comments, because mine is, well, I have to play that class to be able to use it. So my favorite one is this one. I like the way it looks default, as well as with basically any camo on it. So Dalzi, as I said, let me know which camo you want from the following ones. So is it going to be the double dragon, which is this one, or is it going to be the chainmail, which is this one? I think they both look really badass. So yeah, true, Ronin, yeah, Ronin as well, and actually I like Kanata as well. The default sniper, I think the default sniper sort of looks like a guy going fishing in a way, but I mean, why should I? It's a bit more classic, I think. Happy birthday, FBI Army Man. We'll maybe send you something and we can talk a bit later. Okay, Dalzi, so Eternal Chains, writing it down. So from the viewers, nobody guessed right, so maybe I should go for something that's higher chance, though. I like to make it a bit of a risk. So let's say we should still have one giveaway. Let's say we're going to give away one of the new masks. So let's see. We're going to give away I guess Yeah, so this one, the zoo mask first. If you can tell me, or maybe that wouldn't be fair for players that weren't here last year. Let's do it like this, guys. If you can make one item suggestion, what would it be? And I'll take them. I'll write them down. So basically, write a suggestion about an armor that you would like to see in the game, and I'm going to pick 2 players randomly that will get the mask, and I'll let the devs know. By the way, again, so this is also an opportunity to let you know, I noticed on Facebook at least quite a lot of Iranians are saying that they would like to see more content that's also related to their sort of history and lore, and that's all that has reached the devs, and we'll look into it. So thanks for the suggestion. So aside from this, if I was to make a balance change in submissions on the forums, Michael, for sure, 100%. Do it in the discussion thread, or if you want, no, actually, I mean, both communities are great. You can either choose to do it on the forums or on Reddit. Both are good, and it's a good place to start a discussion. I mean, if you are worried about the post itself reaching me, which shouldn't be an issue since I check these basically almost on a daily basis, so you can send it to mc5community@gameloft.com as well. Dalsy, no, I'm saying like what I mean is to make a sort of, I would like to have a, I don't know, policeman suit, fireman suit, whatever, something like this. Not necessarily based on the mask that you have, but you can think it that way. This is more, again, just as I said, this is a raffle to reward the viewers as well. These suggestions will be taken into account. But I'm not sure that we'll see any of these armors, but it would be good to see some themes on what you would like to see. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, I was saying that it's best, I mean, as I said, you can send it by email at mc5community@gameloft.com, and that's for everybody as well. But for things like these balance changes, I really think an open discussion is very important, because it's very important to see how others perceive certain changes or things in game, rather than having a very good articulated or well put view of one player, and simply that, because then it's kind of like how the devs also balance things, since it's basically 2-3 persons thinking for all the classes. Could I get mod on this chat? I don't know, we'll see. I can't change account on Ion West. I will be back on my Oni account. I don't really know what you mean, guys. We could add an armor that is just a suit and a tie, because that totally belongs on a battlefield, just a random accountant, and use a pen instead of a knife. Well, that's a pretty cool one, actually. We know, Alin, we know you like the Marauder, and quite a lot of, well, and this is also, guys, this is pretty painful, I guess, in a way, that when something is popular, it means it's popular. So there's basically a lot of people playing something and enjoying it, so a lot of people playing against it and being not so happy about it. and a small group, or the smallest of the groups, that feels they have to basically, if you can't beat them, join them, and just sort of hate play the flavor, but still ask for a nerf. So this is the thing, when we nerf guys, we know some players do get sad. So and we also have to take into account the general balance, class balance in the game in general, because just as I was mentioning before, you know, Marauder, as I said, it's kind of a different recon in a way, and it's a pretty good answer to these sniper dominance, the sniper dominance that has also been for almost, I would say, 6 months or so, despite I know you're an assault player, but I to be honest, especially during the Berserker's Rage, I'm quite sure that assault puts the most damage in game. I guess, I don't know, the fun part for me as well for the Marauder is seeing how many kills I can get, like how high of a streak, and then to actually have an insane accuracy. But that's basically the moment. I mean, I kind of prefer having a scope. I don't know, I'm just used to that kind of thing. Nicholas Audi, and guys, again, when you are mentioning things that you would like to see nerfed or addressed, please try to make it sort of realistic. So like this guy is saying, please buff PR39. I'm sort of going through this kind of comment just to hopefully make you guys understand a bit how it is from this perspective, so that you can present it better to us as well. So let's take a look at the PR. So fully, let's not take the lava one, we're gonna take this one, so just we have a full one, and we're gonna go with the damage as well, and some stability, and that's about it. Okay, so as you can see, we have about 20 damage per bullet at 15 meters, and it goes down the medium range. This would be the optimal range at most, I think, between 20 and 30, I guess. So any more than that, you're obviously not shooting very well. But so if we take 20 as a reference, that means between 5 and 6 bullets, and this weapon has a magazine of 30. So if you shot someone, let's say even 20 times, yes, so well, it is a pretty high accuracy, to be fair. But if you think about it, even even with a 50% reduction, you need 10 bullets, and 50% reduction is very high. That means higher armor and also stacking cores and so on and so forth. So guys, again, when you are sort of presenting these, try to take a look at the numbers as well. I mean, you might have also encountered a situation where you might have lagged or something, and some of the bullets weren't registered or something. Don't forget that, by the way, you see on the screen that X that's showing you that the server has registered your shot. So as I said, do take a look at the numbers as well, and try to think. So for example, here, as I said, you would die in 5 bullets. So for us to put it to 4, I think it would be a bit too much. Oh, Spike T, you're asking me what are my favorite armor cores. It's definitely depending on the class, for example, since lately I've been trying to to also feel for myself how the Marauder and the Recon class are lately. The indispensable ones for me are Fast Reload for Marauder and Impetum, and I guess the same for Recon, except instead of the Fast Reload, I go for the Neck Guard. So aside from those two, there's variations depending on the situation, but those are basically the ones that I never change. Marauder class has not changed. Did you mock me? This class was supposed to be weak. No changes. Logan, I'm quite surprised. because if I remember right, you were actually here with us on our previous stream when we strictly mentioned that the Marauder would not be nerfed just yet, at least not this update. It could be the next update or so. Instead, as we said, for this update, so for update 27, we buffed Recon. And we were also supposed to look into support, since support has been missing some love for quite a while. Though, again, this is also very hard to balance, because support weapons have so many bullets, and if you just buff them, if you give them enough of a significant buff, it's basically just better than assault with more bullets. So it's tricky, but we're definitely going to look into support. You know, we have some players on the forums that are long-time support players as well, and they've been waiting for this for a while. So just to reiterate, we did not claim that we will nerf the Marauder this update. We did say that we are going to buff Recon. We did a bit, and we're going to do it a bit more, I think, next update for support. Maybe some Marauder patches. Just as a fun fact, I'm still getting obviously your initial feedback on this update. It's noted that you're not so happy that the Marauder is still strong, but I don't blame it on me, because I've already told you it was going to be just as strong. The reason behind this, as I mentioned, is when we nerf things, we make quite a lot of people angry, obviously, because a lot of people do enjoy playing it and so on. But if it's necessary for the balance of the game. But there's also this other approach. So instead of nerfing the Marauder, we're buffing the classes around it that could handle it pretty well. So as I said, in this case, Recon, and we're going for support. So that's what you can expect. Nicholas, we kind of need to maybe see some movies and so on. And I think I also mentioned this very, very soon. I mean, you can check the announce what I said at the beginning of the stream. I'm more or less saying the same thing, but the improvements that we'll have to servers will also provide an improvement to this, so hit detection, I think. So I think it's going to be funny, because this is also something that happens from once in a while in updates. You guys say, oh, you guys buffed that weapon, or you guys, and we didn't even touch it. But I guess in this case it could be something related to the server. So all of you will have servers closer to you, watching you. No, I'm kidding, but definitely closer to you in terms of location. So I know, Mehmet, that you want the PR, but as I've just shown, it's a four-shot weapon. Where do you want it to be? I mean, if you look at yeah, so as I said, this one does 20. This one also does 20. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's almost, but this one obviously has a higher rate of fire. So no, actually this one has 24. So you have a higher rate of fire and slightly lower damage. Lower rate of fire, slightly, oh no, well, no, actually this is not the one, this one. Even higher rate of fire, and no, what's going on? Why isn't it showing? Yep. So as you can see, it's basically, the grinder is just a faster PR, I guess. Most weapons kill in 2-3 seconds, and Marauder kills in 0.5. Again, Michael, some of the Macarthur weapons take ages to kill. I don't know. You probably also mean the Marauder again. Well, Dolzy, we could have, or I'll try to get them. I'm definitely not going to be able to get them on each stream, But this is definitely something that I can try to have more often, is to have devs come and play with you. Even so, it's also a lot about your experience that's going to be, I guess, different. I mean, for example, I also played the game, and I can see the Marauder being very strong, but I've played it and I've played against it and I've lost pretty strong. And things like saying that it kills fast, it does kill fast, but it also needs to reload. And I mean, if you're simply comparing it to, for example, snipers that we're talking, snipers kill in literally 1 bullet most of the time, so that's still the fastest way to kill. When will bonus event come for the new armor? Geo, sorry, I don't have this information with me, I'm sorry. So, but before that, I think Hunter, since I didn't notice quite a lot of the other suggestions in this direction. So tell me your, Hunter, tell me your dog tag, please, and you'll have the mask a bit later today. Dog tag and platform, of course. Why does Hans and Gret have an advertised fire rate of 686, but it shoots 5 times faster than... Try them both. We can look into this. Let me think. I mean, again, as I mentioned, this is not the kind of discussion that I can necessarily have here, because it's kind of a dialogue then. So my first thought would be is maybe that value hasn't updated when we changed the animations. When we improved the animations, if you guys remember, the biggest buff that was, and when you guys started to say, oh my god, Marauder, so OP, was when we changed the animations. So I guess in some way there might be a bug there, if you're saying, but definitely thank you for mentioning it. I'll look into it. As I said, maybe I'll try to think of a way to have a sort of dev discussion with you guys on balance, but then you guys have to sort of keep to a few topics and stay on subject and so on. If it's not gonna go well, it's not gonna be something that I'll be able, or that I'll be do again. I wonder how he measured how it shoots 5 times faster. Yeah, I guess I would wonder as well, but I guess what I would do, well, from here I have a logger and I can see how fast something shoots in actual numbers, but as a player, I guess you could record a full clip of shooting and see how long it takes. So let's say a full clip 5 seconds, and that was, I don't know, whatever, 100 bullets, and you see the other gun with 150 bullets take 3 seconds, so, and then you divide that and you get the rate of fire, I guess. Yeah, we know, as I said, we know, Alain, that you like it, and I'm quite sure you're not the only one. And I do, but again, this is the same thing. Well, it's very interesting though, guys. Again, this, I don't know, I'm really interested in what you guys think as well. So, ever since Marauder became so strong, the complaints about ver power have dropped immensely. So I'm wondering if those people that were using, that were playing with ver power actually switched to Marauder, because in a sense it's not kind of the same thing, but they basically have the same optimal range. So I don't know. Hunter asking, will there ever be another campaign story? Campaign needs some love. In terms of actual levels for the single player, that's actually the most challenging and time consuming and money consuming and so on thing that we can do. I guess, I don't know, this is sort of an insight in the industry, so basically this is also why a lot of the games, I think, now don't focus so much on having a very strong single player campaign and more on multiplayer. It's because it takes a lot of time. So, unfortunately, no. But what I would expect to see in future updates is things like co-op scenarios. So I know quite a few. I mean, every time on stream here, there are at least 2-3 people mentioning zombie modes and things like that. So something in that direction. And aside from that, I guess more lore done through videos. And so basically, if you want to see the story go further, we're probably going to develop it further through basically new items and new things that are coming into a game and are bringing new information on it. So Josimo Carlos, you say full hack, that's without context. I'm really curious, what do you mean? Especially since we did even more. So just a second to check Facebook. Quitten iOS hacker the Quitten iOS hacker damage change. Any change? Hello Richie. On any chance new map coming soon? Yeah. But I think even sooner than new map, it's going to be, as I said, improvements to connection for everybody and even matchmaking, I think. So I'm really curious about well, I mean, this is going to be just you guys, the viewers, so just to sort of catch the feelings. So in comments, you guys mentioned quite a lot, why don't you fix this and why don't you fix that and why don't you instead of adding whatever new thing. At the same time, you guys are asking for new content and things like maps and gears and some even classes and military supports and things like that. So just want to know, guys, what do you guys value the most in terms of fixing? And what do you guys value most in terms of new content? As Hunter has asked previously, unfortunately, if you guys value the single player the most, it's not the best news here, though. But if we do realize that that's really the area that we need to develop, maybe we will. Do you use Steam to run on a Mac? Or I guess that's a question for someone else, but I guess it could work. So, yep, a solo event coming up for Supermarine, indeed. So that's the thing, guys. It's good. I think in a way, the Supermarine is kind of something to remind you of the, I guess, Oni armor in terms of, or kimono. These ones that are Oni that were in the event. Since this one's better versus explosives and so on, but other than that are quite similar. And of course, if you like the look. Again, guys, don't, because I see Paloma, and I recognize you, Paloma. I noticed that you're also lobbying for the Marauder nerfs, which is no problem. But again, let's try to look at these sort of objectively, beyond what everybody has. Well, they have their own interests. So if you look at Hans and Gret, yeah. The rate of fire is pretty high, or let's even Cass and Paul. This is Cass and Paul, by the way, it's not the Hans and Gret. And you say more. So even let's say Cass and Paul, yeah, you have indeed almost 1,000 rounds per minute, but you have the huge damage of 8 per bullet. So basically, yeah, it takes 5 times, no, actually, yes, 5 times, not 5, no, actually about 3-4 times, 3-4 times more bullets to kill than the grinder. So I'm debating between 3 and 4. I obviously know basic math, but I'm also taking into account the distance. So basically at close range, it could be I mean the higher the range, the more the grinder or whisperer will win. So this is what I mean, guys. It's pretty hard to I mean it's not necessarily hard, but it's like if I go to the devs and say and tell them, okay, everybody's complaining that the Marauder is OP because it shoots with like 2,000 rounds per minute, and the PR kills no one with two reloaders and things like this. It's going to, they will just say that you guys are pulling my leg. Ghost. Okay, Battle Royale sucks. Why? I mean, tell us if you. I mean, if you tell us that it sucks, tell us why. Because otherwise, it's what you just want to say that you don't enjoy the mode. Okay, noted. Roddy, you want to change the game to old version and the game again this thing. As we've mentioned before, and this is the thing, it's not something that basically the future never, or let's say the time never goes back. It's not, it's been so many updates and so many things, reverting it or launching a separate version and so on. None of these are things that I think again, guys, take this with a grain of salt. This is my personal opinion, so not necessarily as the community manager for MC5 was in representing the game and so on, but personally I don't think that the approach is to do a revert. I do know that and by the way, guys, also you guys haven't mentioned cores in quite a while, which is also kind of interesting, that we didn't really do a lot of changes. We did give you that core that disables cores and these events, but essentially the core system is still there and how it works. And what I wanted to say is that we may be doing some changes to it in the future, but this is, again, take it with a huge grain of salt, not as an official announcement, just something to take into consideration. With the same, when we enter battle, do we play against players with the same league, or is it random? It's never random, but the more you wait, or basically the more the person actually that starts the game, to be more specific, waits, the range gets higher. So it's all about how many players at that time are playing around your MMR, hopefully around your area as well, and are not already in a match. Because it's the fastest way, VIP limit should be increased, and Scramble needs better. Oh, by the way, one more thing to mention is we've fixed the spawn trap on rooftops. So I think we're also going to introduce that again in ESL for those that are watching ESL and are interested in these kinds of things. Also regarding ESL, guys, since last time a few people were mentioning it, I know there was supposed to be a camo coming this update, guys. I'm really sorry. It got dropped at the last moment due to, let's say, things. I don't know. I can't label them, but anyway, the point is that it's definitely coming in the next update. It's already done. It's ready, and that thing will not be a thing, or will not intervene for the next one. So guys who are participating or are thinking of participating in the ESL tournaments, it's going to be a brand new awesome camo for both body and weapon. It's gonna look pretty epic, I think, and it's you can now win it on Android and Windows as well in the finals. So do join if you think you have what it takes. Aline, again, as I said, I will help you. No worries. We'll figure this out together, and we'll see what's going on. Because the crashes, by the way, have mostly been noted by players on Android actually, and a few on iOS. Guys, if there are players on Windows in chat and you have been experiencing crashes, do let me know. It's repeating. You must help me. I've been playing. Alan Woody. It sounds like you have an issue with how you sync the game. So you can leave your dog tag, but unfortunately today is a bit too late to help you. So just contact customer care or write me a message on mc5community@gameloft.com and I'll see how I can help you. Let's see. Well, I guess that's about it. The new update for iOS. My experience in game freezing often. It can freeze the screen for about 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, Brad Moon. So for example, when you're saying something like this, tell me what device you are using and in what, if there's a certain place or situation that it happens. So basically, is it every time I deploy, every time there are more than 3 people in the screen, every time somebody shoots a military support or something? To participate in ESL, you just have to go on this page. I will link it in the chat and sign up. Register a team, then have your friends, because you need a team of 5, just as the number. So Modern Combat 5 need 5 people. Practice a bit, check out the rules. There are some restrictions, like no prestige weapons and stuff. So and armor. That should make it more accessible. Actually, to be honest, I think it's more people have the lower tier weapons, but at the same time, some of the pros know how to play with these really well. Yes, I am reading chat. It's in. Most of what I'm saying. Yeah, you want a new game? Yeah, sure. Let's play one more. So, by the way, guys, yeah, I've tried to focus this more since when I was here with Andy. We tried to get more games with you. I don't have 5 people playing the game, so I can join a room or so. What do you mean you don't have 5? Oh, you don't have. Well, you can't play in. I mean, in ESL actually there are, I think, dual matches as well. So look for that. But those will not win you the most prestigious things or money. I think those will place you in a leaderboard. Yeah. What happened to the monthly, Michael? You have to be more specific, because I would ask you the same thing. What happened to the monthly login rewards? Oh, it's in. Cool. Ah, you had quit. Awesome. So you were in the match before. Sinosuke, yeah, you guys are gonna get it. No worries. So as I was saying, let's do one more game, and then I'm gonna take, let's say, 5 more minutes of questions, and that's gonna be it for today. I'm going to announce the next stream again, and don't forget, guys. It seems it hasn't worked, but I'm willing to give it one more try. So there will be a topic on the forum. The topic is there already. So post your questions for the next stream, and I will try to have the answers for you then, especially for some things that I need to consult the devs and so on that I can't really do at this moment. When will the prizes for ESL winners arrive? You have to be more specific on the competition, but let's say that they are not arriving sooner than the moment that you make sure that you have submitted the list of winners properly. So I would say next week, if you did that right. Sinosuke, it's not maybe, it's for sure. Sure, it's in. Let's see. I think I'm gonna play in this one as well. Let's see, I have the PR. Good. I have the Marauder, and I said I wanted the Recon. And and let's see. So we're gonna have one more match on iOS. Man, this account. That's gonna be something as well. Gonna have to have my things upgraded again. Okay guys, so let's do this. Maybe a decent armor suit. So I think the scavengers. Here you go. Good. So let's hi soldier girl, nice to see you. Oh man, really? I mean, I was doing this for you. It's hackers since I'm making it right now, but well, let's see who joins if we get people. So it's gonna be, should it be a free-for-all? So it's not gonna be so obvious. No, let's do it. Let's do the free-for-all, and or actually no, I want to see this as well. So we're gonna play on rooftops, guys. As I said, the spawn trap has been fixed. That's what I'm claiming, or we're claiming. So it's going to be COM1, or no, actually let's not put a password. But if I don't put a password, because I'm playing as well, so I don't need to spectate. So let's do this. And the winner. So we still have, let's say we still have the double dragon camo to give. So the winning team gets the camo on weapons, and let's say there's no password, pro. You should be able to see it in public matches. Just look for my name, RGL, so Radu Gameloft. That's me. Sinosuke, as mentioned, yes, it's going to be. It's not going to be this week. It's going to be next week, because this week is kind of over after this stream. I'm going home, so no worries. Rather, would it be possible to get ESL announcements in games, since let's say most of them don't even know it exists? Yes, that's a perfectly valid point, and that's definitely something that I am looking into. Just so you know. One thing that I've been talking with the devs, but this doesn't mean that that's how it's going to be, and I know quite a few of you guys are interested in it as well. It's basically a squad battle revamp. Do let me know in chat if you guys are excited about the squad battles revamp. So it would be a whole thing with having squad battles integrated with ESL, so same conditions and stuff, maybe even be able to sign up and so on, so that basically you can take your squad experiences directly into esports. So I know that sounds really good to me. Let me know how that sounds for you. How do you play? Oh, Spike T, so you were asking me that because you don't know. I have to be honest. I don't really know, but you said Mac OS, so I guess you don't mean iOS. So you obviously should be able to play it on Steam, though I haven't tried Steam on Mac to be honest. So, but it should be fine. I have friends that play other games on Steam and own a Mac. So, but I will check this for you, and I can make actually an announcement about this if there are more, since there might be more players in your situation. So guys, you're joining. Yeah, we have 3 players, 4, 5. Come on, let's do at least a 3v3, guys, even if it's a pretty small map. So scratch and sniff. Okay, cool guys. So it's going to be the winning team is going to get the camos, so make sure that you don't leave, so I can get your dog tags. And after this game we're gonna take a few more questions, maybe do a raffle, and that's gonna be about it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed what you saw or heard. So let's see. Kinda need sound. I hope it's not going to affect you. Oh, actually, wait. I turned the sound more for you, actually. It's gonna be tricky. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm not talking that much when I'm playing. I'm definitely not a good enough player to do both. It's pretty hard for good ones as well. The good thing is at least I'm playing recons, which shouldn't be such an issue to be seen. And we're gonna try switching to the Marauder after to see if it's gonna be any different. But so far it's taking me still quite a lot to do with these. So okay, let's try with the locks then. So we're not switching to Marauder just yet. Am I feeding for my team? Kinda. Guys are playing a bit too good for me, maybe, but hopefully not too good for my other teammates. So yeah, dying pretty fast. So let's see. Okay, so now I'm using the Hans and Gret. I will probably get 1 or 2 kills just because of people being surprised, but not more, and they'll probably take my weapons and stuff. Nope. See? Killed by the grinder. You saw that range. If my range was lower, I think I could have had a chance. They can see us though. So far it's actually pretty close, which is pretty nice. There's even a whoa, what the heck? What the heck is going on in here? Okay, so there, that's a pretty heavy defense. Okay, bad idea. So as mentioned, it's like the range, when it's close range, yeah, it's strong, but like they're keeping a medium distance, and as you can see, they're out firing me pretty hard. Got killed by the grinder then again, and not by the Marauder. But we have to think of a way to. So I think I'm gonna switch back to recon, guys. I don't know what you think. I think I'm gonna go back to recon just to be able to get behind them. Since okay. Where was that other guy? So yeah, back to recon. Kinda need to move this guy, sorry. Murdered! Not me, but someone. Not even close. So 10 more kills, guys. Yeah, let's kind of figure out. It's pretty hard for me to play without sound, though that doesn't excuse me not killing these people, but it's definitely taking me out of the game a bit. and I think I made a mistake by letting the fast respawn. But congratulations, red team. Sorry, blue team. You guys did well. I did pretty bad. I'm gonna try to do better next time. So yeah, smashing defeat, but not your fault. I think I'm gonna give it, let's see, because I was so bad. You guys did so much better. So for effort, I guess I'm going to give one to the losing team as well. So just give me 1 minute. Kinoru again. Man, you're so good. Good job. Oh man, Dan, if you are there, okay. Damn it. Maybe guys stay in the match so I can get your dog tags, or let me know your dog tags in chat. I will check if your name in game is going to be the same, so don't try to trick me. Because I didn't get a chance to get your dog tags and your profile is private, unfortunately. Radu, I found a slight issue in changing the HUD. If you put one button behind the box in the middle, I can't move it back out for some reason. So you mean, let's say I put this here? That's what you mean, probably. Well, in that case, you should be able to reset it. Of course, that's very unfortunate because yeah, now you have to move everything and rescale everything and so on, but it's not stuck there forever. Not sure if it's something that we can change, but hi Score Jack, I miss you too, and I'll see you guys in the exclusive content creator area, so we'll see you there next week, and we'll talk about the update. Grinder versus Whisper is better. Thanks a lot, Alin. I'm glad to hear that. So we had some Whisper actually in the last game as well. So for those that I did get, we have basically a 2 times winner today, and Dalsy. The last 2, unfortunately, I couldn't get. So hello Kinoru, nice to see you, and as I said, congratulations, man. I don't know if this works to bow, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Okay guys, so as mentioned, it wasn't such a long stream or that much to bring up, though I think quite a lot of exciting things. So if you just joined or joined later on, make sure that you check the first parts of the stream. So we've touched on, as usual, cheaters, performance, some future plans, some rumors, some personal opinions of mine. So hope you got some sort of useful info, or at least something entertaining watching me get killed by the community. So Buff Bramson, Mustafa, again, as I said, please do check out the rest of the stream. I did touch on buffing support next time, so yeah, we might even buff Bramson a bit, which is recon obviously, but we have to see. We're taking it from the top down. Personally, Bramson, aside from the fact that you're kind of slow, I think it's already a really strong weapon. But again, that's my uneducated opinion, maybe, guys. So guys, thank you for joining. Hope to see you again. Mike Larry, Bioderp should take longer than a week. It is true. I've been a bit behind with the verifications, so for those guys that have signed in the last month or so, you will receive an answer in maximum 2 weeks, so 1 week or 2 weeks max, depending on I don't really know. There's someone asking about Marauder in the hotfix. There might be a hotfix on Android, but it's not fully confirmed yet, so I don't know if there's anything related to that. And if you're saying hackers, You have to tell me what kind of hex. As I said, for now, I think you shouldn't be seeing people inside places anymore, so no more ghosts, just regular people. So guys, again, thanks for joining. It's always nice to see you guys. Thanks again, those that are with us most of the time, well, I think almost each time. So thank you, Soldier Girl. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, FBI Army Man. Sorry if I'm missing some people. So thank you guys for being here with me. It's always comforting, and it's also nice to. You need credits, Mustafa. Okay, then I think you should watch tomorrow's streams when it's not me, it's ESL, and those those have giveaways with credits. So I guess it's an awesome opportunity to win some. So. Yeah, Nerf Marauder, yeah. As I said, do check out my comments on that in the rest of the stream, as we've already covered the subject on quite a lot of facets. And I think it was Michael, you said you're going to give me an extensive post or feedback on the Marauder. You started here, I know it was kind of tempting, but do continue and post it whole on the forum, as I said, for everybody to see, and for a place where I can also answer and communicate with you as well as the devs. So have a good day, everybody. It was nice to see you. Have a great weekend, and hope you have some awesome matches. This was Radu, your community manager. So your blames and wishes come to me. So see you.